was completely shocked by this news. The Lakers are sending D'Angelo Russell back to the Brooklyn Nets. In return, they are getting Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, and they are sending out D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks. I think this is a win for the Lakers, but I am so confused by this for the Brooklyn Nets. I think, honestly, in order for the Lakers to ultimately win the trade, they have to win the championship. Because that's what they're making this trade for. Like, D'Angelo Russell's contract, I believe, was up after this year or maybe next year. Like, it wasn't a super long contract. So they weren't doing it for money purposes. They're doing it because they want to contend. So if they really were to win this trade, it would be if they won the championship. But I do still think they won the trade because I do think that D'Angelo Russell just was not a good fit anymore. For the Brooklyn Nets, though, I really don't get it. The reason I don't get it is D'Angelo Russell, okay, they were willing to take the money back to get picks. But we heard rumors last year and even this year that teams were trying to offer like 2 first-round picks for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, I don't know if the market dried up for him or if teams got tired of asking and like trying to offer 2 first-round picks and they said, you know what? Forget it. We're not offering that much anymore for him because you won't give him up. So I don't know if the value just went down just because, you know, they didn't end up trading him. But 3 second-round picks is so much less than 2 first-round picks. When I say less, obviously number-wise, 3 is more than 2. But 2 first-round picks, and depending on which team you get them from, could be way more valuable than 3 second-round picks from the Lakers. I don't remember which teams were offering the 2 first-round picks last year. But again, if you're getting 2 first-round picks, and maybe the picks are for like 2028, 2029, that team is obviously trying to contend for a championship now. So by that time rolls around, there's a high likelihood that those picks will be very valuable. Again, I get it from the Brooklyn Nets standpoint in that they wanted to get something for Dorian Finney-Smith. They're rebuilding. It's not like the worst trade ever, you know what I mean? Like, they got 3 second-round picks. D'Angelo Russell should play better in Brooklyn because he's been there before, and I just feel like it's a better environment for him. And so I don't really know if you could say the Brooklyn Nets lost this trade because it's not like Dorian Finney-Smith was traded for nothing, but at the same time, I feel like you could have gotten more for him, at least if you were going to trade him last year. But how about this trade? Like, I am actually shocked that D'Angelo Russell got moved. I really thought the Lakers were not going to be able to move him because the way that he didn't fit with the Lakers, it made him seem like he was kind of untradeable. And that has nothing to do with his abilities. It's just like, for example, when Russell Westbrook was on the Lakers, ironically, we're talking about the same team, his value went down so much just because of the poor fit with him with the Lakers. And so the way that people viewed Russell Westbrook was not the same way that they viewed him 1 season prior or 2 season priors when people were like, oh, this guy is still that guy. And so I felt like the perception around D'Angelo Russell has changed completely since he's been with the Lakers. When he was on Brooklyn, ironically going back to Brooklyn, but when he was on there the first time and he helped carry that team to the playoffs, the perception around D'Angelo Russell was like, he's turning the corner, he's an all-star, like, he was getting that kind of attention. And then he goes to the Lakers and it's like a completely different tune. So in the end, I do think that both teams won and lost this trade. Like I said, I feel like it's an actual win if the Lakers end up, you know, winning a championship, because if not, I feel like it's kind of a moot point. Yes, they got D'Angelo Russell off their books, and they got D'Angelo Russell, you know, out of the rotation where he wasn't fitting the best, and Dorian Finney-Smith should be a nice addition. But again, if you're not winning a championship, unfortunately that is the standard with LeBron and AD at this point in their careers, then it's like a wash. And then for Brooklyn, same thing. Like, they didn't get a massive haul for Dorian Finney-Smith. They did okay. They got 3 second-round picks, and we'll see how good D'Angelo Russell plays with Brooklyn, but it's nothing to scream about. I feel like at the end of the day, this trade is just kind of okay for both teams.